Okay, do I need to clap or no? No. Okay, so the production of Grappa originally started about 800 years ago in the north part of Italy, and it really is a byproduct of winemaking. So after the fermentation process and the final press, the skins that you're left with have got around 5% alcohol, and a lot of the primary aroma, which is in the skin of the grape, which gives the wine its bouquet and structure, comes from that skin. So with very careful distillation, we're able to extract those aromas and alcohol and concentrate them 10 times. The word grappa comes from the word grappa, which in Italian means the skin of the grape after fermentation. So the production begins here. We will fill this pot with 500 liters of water and 500 kilos of these fermented skins. Inside the pot, we have a mixer, which will keep mixing the two together, like minestrone soup. All right, and that's to avoid the skins from settling down in the bottom of the pot and burning. We don't want that to happen. Then my faithful Ferrari here in the corner, this is an electric steam boiler. This is what we use to heat the pot at very low steam pressure. So the grappa will evaporate and then condense through that very top pipe into this center apparatus. Now, in this center apparatus, we have marble chips, which we use to neutralize any sulfur which is being carried through the distillation process, and of course comes from the winemaking side. Then the grappa will come out the bottom and condense through this pipe into this pot for the second distillation. Your second distillation is a much finer one, and in this particular example here, this is a column still. And this means that in this column we have 8 plates, and each plate will be another distillation. So the grappa will condense on the first plate and evaporate to the second plate, and every time it moves up one of these plates, it's going to be much more concentrated, much cleaner, more pure. All the impurities will keep falling back into the pot, and eventually only the cleanest part will make it through to the very last plate at the top, and then be recondensed in that top section of the column. Once we've gone through there, the grappa is going to move across to this column over here, where it's going to be cooled down to about 20 degrees Celsius. In any distillation, you always have 3 sections: your heads, your heart, and your tails. Your heads will be your first part, which always contains a bit of methanol, which is very poisonous. So as a safety precaution, we will collect here the first 3 liters. All right? Then we move to the heart, which is the good part of the distillation process, and that we will collect in one of these stainless steel tanks, depending on which cultivar we are distilling. Of course, it's important not to distill 2 cultivars together. Each one is distilled individually. Then your tails. Your tails are your last few liters of the distillation, which are much weaker in alcohol and primary aroma, and we will cut the tails at 55% alcohol. So up there we have an alcohol densimeter and a photocell. The moment that photocell picks up the reading at 55% alcohol, it will then automatically divert these tails into this section here, where those tails will then be redistilled in the next cycle. It's going to go back into that center pot, the smaller pot. Now the whole distillation will last about 4 hours from start to finish. And from 1,000 liters of water and skins, of the heart that we collect, of the good stuff, what we end up with is only 30 liters. So it's a boutique distillation, but of the highest quality. And the 2 most important factors are that the skins be very fresh. If the skins are older than 2 days, then we would rather throw them away. And the other thing is that you do not burn the skin in the distilling process, because if you do burn it, it will be carried across through the whole distillation and you'll pick it up in the finished product.